Hello Leo, I'm Tamara and I'm going to do your love reading for February 2018. This reading is for Leo Sun, Leo Moon and Leo Rising sign. And I hope it resonates with you. If it doesn't, please watch your moon sign or your rising sign. For this reading, I'm using a new tarot deck. It's called the Tarot Illuminati by Eric Dan. It's beautiful artworks in this card. You will see when I start putting the cards on the table. I received it for Christmas. So I'm going to use it today for you. And at the end of the reading, I'm going to draw an additional cards from the Romance Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. While I'm shuffling, I just want to say to you, if you would like to book a private reading with me, please contact me over my email address, which is tamaratarot30@yahoo.com, or through my webpage, or through the Facebook page. You can contact me, or through Instango. Instango is an application on mobile phones where you can call me if I'm available, or send me a message, and I will come back to you as soon as possible. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have for you, dear Leo. Okay, this is going to be your near future. This will be your present, and that will be your recent past. The time is fluid. Just listen and see how it resonates with you, because it's all sometimes when I talk about past, for some people it's like yesterday, for other people it's just 10 years ago. So how it applies to you. The first card I've got for you is Prince of Pentacles. So I need to put my glasses on. Prince of Pentacles. You've got 8 of Swords. You have 6 of Swords. And the Spirit's message for you is 10 of Wands. We have 6 of Pentacles. The Fool. 3 of Pentacles. And 7 of Wands. Princess of Cups, Hangman, Prince of Swords, and 6 of Cups. All right, Leo, let's see what we have for you. Prince of Pentacles. All the princess, which is knights in other decks, they all talk about movement. Movement forward. Going, if we talk about relationship, the development of relationship, how fast the relationship develops or something. But I see that you feel stuck in the past in your relationship, because relationship, according to Prince of Pentacles, he is the slowest moving prince. And relationship didn't develop as fast as you wanted it, dear Leo, because it was taking a very slow pace. And because it was so slow, on such, maybe you just see each other maybe once a week, and then you just sort of the next date would be like in another 2 weeks, and or whatever way, whatever speed, but it's not up to your liking, dear Leo, and you feel trapped. Sorry, I've got the sore throat, so I need to take a glass of water. You feel trapped because you would like you like this person, and you would like this relationship to develop much faster, move forward a little bit quicker, but it doesn't. So you feel trapped, and it might actually carried on for a long time. You feel trapped, you feel in mental prison, that you still like this person, but it's not going anywhere, or if it does develops, it develops really slow. So it's all in your head, because the Swords represents our pattern of thoughts, what's in our head, our mental state, and you decided to leave. You decided that it's not up to your liking, it's just too slow. This person obviously can't make a decision. I have to tell you, Pentacles are very reliable. They're maybe he was dragging his feet, but they normally sort of, I always say slowly but steadily. They know what they do. But maybe this person was, just taking his time, and his energy and your energy were not going on the same direction, and it caused you, a lot of trouble, and you decided to leave. You decided to leave it behind yourself. And if you've been, maybe living together with this person, and for you, next step would be maybe engagement, marriage, children, but he was quite happy just to live together, maybe for the rest of your life, but that wasn't what you wanted. And or even if you did have children, maybe he didn't want to do something which you were thinking you need to go to do in a relationship. Because I see a child next to, if you do have a child, you took the child with you and you left. Or if it was even on a very early stages, as I said, if it was like dating and going out, even not even moving together, but it was not the same pace as you wanted it, or it will, how your energy actually in general, dear Leo, because you're very passionate, Leo's passionate. You're full of energy. You also like being in charge and control, but you couldn't have a control with this person. So yes, and you left. Six of Swords said that you decided to leave the situation behind and move to the other side of the river, hypothetically saying, where you think that you will be much happier, which is much calmer shores for you. You took as much as you could. All you need to do, the spirit tells you, is you still carry those 6 swords with you, which is your pattern of thinking. If you do want to arrive on these much happier shores of the river, because the water represents emotions. So if you want to come to this, you're crossing this emotional river. If you want to arrive there and have a happy life, you need to drop this pattern of swords. You need to drop what didn't serve you. Drop them in the water and leave them behind yourself. And the spirit tells you that you don't need to carry all this on yourself. You can, because it was like a heavy weight on you, that relationship, or what the way they were developing and everything else, and it was like a burden on your shoulders, on your neck, and you felt overwhelmed. And that spirit tells you it's time for you now to drop all this and enjoy your life on this. If that's what you want, if that's how you envision your life, if you think that's what it's going to be, drop that heavy weight, leave it behind, because you're moving now to the much better place to live. It could be physically actually moving somewhere where there's a water, moving across the water, something like this. But it's time for you to drop that heavy weight, what was all this burden, and sort of enjoy your life, and maybe ask for help, so that someone can help you with this heavy weight on your shoulders. Talk to people, talk to specialists, maybe counselors or someone, or speak to just friends or someone you trust, and ask them to help you with this, how to get rid of all that heavy burden on you. And in the present, I see Six of Pentacles is a card of reciprocity. I think that's what you need to do, and you need in the future sort of learn, and that's what you're learning now. Reciprocity, how much you investing into the relationship. You need to expect for the other person, your partner, give back to you. On any aspects. It's also, you want this balanced life. Six is all about balance, keeping things in a balance. You want to start your new life on a very balanced financial and emotional level, where everything is sort of you yourself, dear Leo, as emotionally balanced person. There's no sort of burst of anger, burst of depression, or being upset, crying, or anything. Being very balanced, emotionally, financially as well, and in general in your life, because you want to start that new chapter in your life. And you are starting this because you moved. Maybe even emotionally moved. You decided to leave everything behind and start a new chapter. And you are starting this new chapter in your life. It's a new period for you, dear Leo. Maybe not all of you Leos, but for some of you, it will resonate. You know whom it resonates. The Fool is the number 0, starting from the zero ground, starting from the clear page, from the white page, and starting writing the story of your life again, a new story, a new chapter of your life. Being courageous, being brave, uh, making that sort of decision, taking a leap of faith, not taking too much with you. There's not much possessions over there. Having, if you see the dogs there, the dog represents loyalty. Having surround yourself by loyal and reliable friends, support group. We all have someone around us whom we can trust, whom we can talk, and just start this new chapter. Work with a group of people. As I said, there is I can see there's three people in a relationship. Could be, I don't see any, there's no sort of deceive or anything, but it's working with the people, you know, having, as I said, having a support group around you, and being surround yourself by good and reliable, because Pentacles is all, it's also very earthy energy, earth signs. Virgo, Taurus, a Capricorn, and they're very sort of down to earth, very practical, reliable, loyal people. So concentrate on that new chapter in your life, dear Leo. And the spirit tells you that if there is a competition, because three sometimes talks about having three people in relationship. If you are in a relationship and there is another person involved, you are in a good position to be the leader, to if there is a decision need to be made between two people, if you're deciding between two people, maybe partners or something, or your partner is involved and he is making a decision, you are on a much better privileged position that another person is. So you know how to defend yourself now after all this. You know how to stand the competition. You know how to protect what is yours, what belongs to you. If it's relationship, regarding you, or maybe protect yourself. From put those boundaries in relationship. Don't have a transparent boundaries. If you will have a future partner, or you are with a partner, don't let them overstep your boundaries, and stand for what your beliefs and values, and what you think is you yourself, like real you. That's what its spirit tells you, and you know how to do it now, dear Leo. It's all about, actually, it's all your cards. The wands over here, wands represent some sign of Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. So it all talks about you. It's your energy over there. I have a Princess of Cups. It's actually something new started happening in your life on the romantic front. You might start receiving messages from love. It's very early stages. Maybe you start dating someone or just seeing someone. It is a romantic involvement. There will be some sort of attraction, romantic attraction, but it's very early. There was a knight who was dragging his feet and taking his time. Now it's very new energy, very sweet, very young. You might be just exchanged the texts, or started maybe just being on a first date or something. The spirit tells you that don't rush. The Hangman is, I know there was that was a bit too too long for you to, this person was taking your time, but now because you had that, don't try to escalate the situation. Hang out there, process your thoughts. Don't try artificially to speed up the situation, the romantic relationship. Next to it, I see the Prince of Swords. Maybe that's that's a new person is coming to you. Prince of Swords is the air sign. It could be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius person. They might come across a little bit sharp. They're very sharp-minded because they're princess, they're not mature enough. The king of swords is very mature, very intellectual. This one, they are intellectual, they use their intellect, but they're still not mature enough to control what they're saying. They're saying what they're thinking, and it sometimes can hurt. It sometimes reminds me, like, all these snappy teenagers, they just sort of yap, all this. So yes, take your time. Hangman is all about waiting games a little bit, but it also talks about take a look at the situation, look at this person from a different point of view. You see, he looks at the world from the upside down, and you probably get completely different view from upside down. And maybe if you do take this alternative view on you, on yourself, or on this person, on the whole new relationship which you try to build, that might actually give you additional messages. And be aware about this person. There's nothing I can say. It's about this Prince of Swords, but all I can say that he's very intelligent, but he might come across quite sharp-tongued. And the spirit tells you that look into the past. When you will be hanging like this and looking at the situation, when I'm saying, of course it's figurative, hanging around, when you're thinking about the situation, where you're taking your time, try to think about the past, put an analogy to the past. What was happening to you in your past? Think about it. It's another six, another balance. If you remember, we had Six of Pentacles, where Pentacles talks about also balance in finances situation, and here Six of Cups talks about balance in emotional balance, having being very emotionally stable, have this emotional intelligence, understand people's emotions, understand your own emotions. That's what it talks about. But it's also talks about the past, about happy family life, where there's a harmony. Think about it, and if that's what you had, or if that's what you want. So think about it, because pages also talk about sharp thinking. Think about it, how you can actually realize it, bring it actually in life to achieve that. Or if you did have it, how can you actually sort of, you can reminisce about it, but you also can, you can have everything again in your life. How can you achieve it again in your life? Happy family, happy being emotionally stable, and, having that balance in your life. Very interesting, dear Leo. Let's see what else I've got from you from the Doreen Virtue's Romance Angels card. Oops. Love yourself first. Yeah, so that's what I said to you. You're probably just trying to defend yourself, and you know how to do it. Your values, everything what's yours. Don't let the boundaries, people to overstep your boundaries. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive, and that's absolutely true. You need to love yourself, not love another person, because other people only give us what we haven't received in our childhood, all this childhood, infant sort of issues in us, and we're looking for them in our partners. But when we know how to love ourselves, that's where the pure love is. So try to find love yourself first, and then, don't seek out something, don't try to get something from your partner which you couldn't receive from your parents. And you deserve love. Absolutely. We all deserve love. You are lovable. So if you've got any doubts about it, if that's what you try to do, maybe protect yourself either from your partner overstepping yourself, or protect yourself from any romantic feelings to come into your life, then, you are lovable, because maybe in the past you've been hurt and you think that, I don't deserve love. Love yourself first. And actually, when you love yourself, you attract other people to love you. And that's all I've got for you, dear Leo, for February. If you would like me to elaborate on this, contact me for private readings at tamara.tarosearch@yahoo.com, or through Instango mobile application, or through my webpage or the Facebook page. Otherwise, I'll see you next month. Look after yourself, dear Leo, and thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.